everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 828 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm trying out an LA Colors product, which I absolutely love the brand LA Colors. And what I have here is the Nude Eyeshadow palette. This looks so pretty and fun. Let's open it up and I'll show you what it looks like. So you get 2 highlight shades, 4 lid shades, and 4 crease shades. At least that's what they're labeled as. And I kind of love that. It says on the eyeshadow if it's a highlight, lid, or crease shade. I mean, with makeup, there's no rules. You can use any product wherever. You can use these colors not on the lid or the crease, even though it specifies that. But I kind of love when a makeup product or an eyeshadow product gives me steps and instructions. Even though I have so many eyeshadow palettes, I've done so many eyeshadow looks, I still kind of love to follow the guidelines and the recommendations of the makeup brand. That's actually how I discovered the technique of doing my brow highlight first, and I've been loving that technique. So I think it would be fun to follow the steps in this palette. So I got this in PR from LA Colors, so I like to let you know when I get a product for free, but this is not a sponsored video. I let you know when my videos are sponsored, but this is just a fun review that I wanted to try. I was looking this up online and I think you can get it at Dollar General for only $3. I've seen maybe it's at Walmart and other drugstores. So the packaging on this is really cute. I'm looking at it in the mirror and like, it looks so pretty and high end. So the fact that this was $3 at Dollar General, or maybe even less than that, is very impressive. LA Colors always makes really great quality products at such low prices. And you know what I just kind of noticed? This is actually split up in, you can do the top 5 shades as a warm tone look, and the bottom 5 shades are a complete cool tone smoky look. And I may actually combine the cool and warm tones just to kind of try them both out. So my first step is going to be to highlight. And I figure, why not try these eyeshadows with and without a primer? Even though I do honestly always tend to use a primer, I like to do as thorough of a review as possible so that we can know if you really need a primer with these eyeshadows or not. So I just took my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion and primed one of my eyes. And now for the highlight shade, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch both of them for the fun of it. So you've got a lighter kind of off-white highlight, and then you've got more of a pink toned highlight. It's a little hard to see those swatches on my skin tone. I think either of them would be great. So I'm actually going to take the pink highlight, just using my finger since there's a little tiny bit of shimmer to it. I wouldn't really call it a shimmery shade or a metallic shade, but there's just a tiny little hint of sparkle. I kind of wish this was a little bit more sparkly because then it would be a little bit more reflective of a highlighter, which I just personally really like shiny highlighters, but it still looks pretty. So just applying that under the brow bone, the pink shade, but then for my inner corner, I'm going to take the off-white shade to highlight the inner corner. I like to try and keep the inner corner as bright as possible, not really use any sort of tint of color there. I just feel like that's what makes my eyes look better. Ooh, this is actually a really nice inner corner highlight. You can see already how brightening that is. I feel like it just kind of like shines a light on my eyes. It's a really cool effect doing a light inner corner highlight. And this is a little different than what I would expect because these are the crease shades, and it's kind of saying that the darker shades are the crease shades and then the lid shades are the lighter tones. I'm gonna follow that, but normally I do a lighter crease shade. So my first crease shade that I'm picking up on a larger brush is going to be this reddish brown shade. And so I'm gonna do 2 crease shades. So that's what my go-to eyeshadow look normally is anyways, and I'm sure you know that if you've watched a bunch of my videos. I like to do a transition crease shade where I use a larger brush, like I'm doing now, and put the shade in my crease, but then up all the way pretty much onto the brow bone. And that's why I really like to do the highlight shade first, because then I blend my transition shade on top of the highlight shade, and it just makes for a perfect seamless transition rather than applying the highlight on top of my crease and transition shades, which I've already blended out. I feel like adding the highlight on top of that just kind of ruins the blending that I did. But I like how this color is applying. It's blending out easily. And then picking up a smaller crease brush, I'm going to pick up this darker crease shade. And both of the crease shades that I just picked up are matte. So there's 2 matte crease shades and 2 metallic crease shades. I don't really know why I was just drawn to the matte shades. And this is a good smoky gray crease shade. So I'm just blending this, focusing this right into the crease and kind of diffusing it in with that transition shade as well. They're layering pretty well on top of each other. I do feel like this is not quite as pigmented as I would have expected, but since I'm using it to smoke out the crease, it ends up being a great shade for that. But just look at how dark it looks in the pan here, and then just how much lighter it is when I apply it to my eye. But for the crease purpose, seems to be a pretty good shade. I do feel like it's taking a little bit longer to blend out as well, but if you just keep working at it, it looks pretty good. I'm actually really liking this crease look I have going on right now. Smoky, but not too dark because it is mixed with that warm tone. I like it. And then for the lid shade, we've got 3 matte shades and a shimmer. I love shimmer, so I want to add some shimmer to this look. So with my finger, I'm going to pick up the 1 shimmery lid shade and apply that all over my lid. Ooh. In the pan, it looks kind of like a dark gray color, but now that I'm applying it to my eye, it actually looks more brown, but it has some nice pretty shimmer, and I think this color goes really well with the gray and red orange transition. So this is a really nice smoky neutral kind of look in my opinion, but it's colors that I wouldn't have necessarily paired together. But since this palette called out which crease shades and lid shades to use, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how all these colors look together. And then I'm just going to pick up that crease brush and blend it all out a bit more. I'm really happy with that lid shade, and it doesn't even really look any different with the primer versus without it. Both eyes have pretty good pigment. There might be a little bit of creasing on the eye without the primer. So this palette also came with one of these little applicators, which I really like this for smoking out the lower lash line. So I think I'm gonna pick up this shimmery, it's like a dark brown shade. This is supposed to be Crease shade, but I'm going to use that to smoke along the lower lash line. Ooh, love this on the lower lash line. Has a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's such a pretty color. It blends out nicely. And I love using a brown on the lower lash line as an eyeliner rather than black. I feel like black can look so overpowering on my eyes. So this is a perfect enhancing but not too dramatic type of shade. Wow, I feel like that was such a fun and easy eyeshadow look. So here is the finished result, and I love it. I feel like it's a great classic sort of smoky eye that I could wear casually or I could dress it up. I am very happy with this palette. This is just the type of palette that makes me feel comfortable, like it's an easy go-to palette that I would love to travel with because you get great options, but I feel like you can't really go wrong with how you end up using these colors. So for the price, I think this is amazing, but even just in general, this being a nude eyeshadow palette, I am so happy with it. I would just love to know in the comments down below, do you prefer nude eyeshadow looks or do you prefer more like a colorful eyeshadow look? I kind of feel like I'm split. It depends on the day, depends on my outfit or what I'm doing, because I love a nude eyeshadow look. It's what I'm more comfortable with, but then I just have so much fun and get so excited about doing colorful eyeshadow looks, so I feel like I love both. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Stay safe and healthy.